So today we're going to show installing this Ikea, I call it a book rack or a cookbook rack here in the kitchen. The challenge we have is our item is much larger than our cabinets. This is a 42-inch, 12-inch upper cabinet. This is ideally designed for a standard 24-inch cabinet. So here's how the shelf goes together. You can see that it's just a collection of little parts and pieces. Here we have a little a dowel with a mortise and tenon joint, which we're going to preserve it for this side. But what we're going to do is we're going to shorten up the length of this to accommodate the 11.5 or 11.25 inch cabinets that we're dealing with. And we're going to relocate these holes over here. However, we've got to figure out how to make our long piece here shorter. So we're going to cut it to length, but also what we're going to do is we're going to drill where I've traced out the hole of the larger mortise. We're just going to drill that out and accommodate a shorter width. I've measured the center dowel to know what size drill bit I should use. As you can see, the center dowel is a little bit bigger than the screw holes. The screw holes are about 4.74 millimeters, about a millimeter shorter than the dowels. All right, so I've got my drill bit picked out for screw holes and for the dowels. We'll mark off the 11.25, and that's where we're going to make our cut. We're going to keep this piece that we're going to cut off to help us align our screw and our dowel holes. Well, there you have it. The two screw holes are going to need to go all the way through. The dowel is going to go down just about 9 millimeters. I just put a little bit of tape around the bottom of the drill bit to tell me about what 9 millimeters or so is. So for the two screw through holes, I'm going to drill straight through. For the center one, I'm just going to score the hole just to know where to drill. And I'm going to drill down to where the tape meets the wood. For where the post is going to go through, it's about 9 millimeters that I've traced, and I'll find a drill bit about 9 millimeters. All right, I've marked a couple of sample ovals that I want to do, and now it's over to the drill press. I'm going to want to set the depth so it goes down but not through. So I've used my drill bit almost as like a router, and drilled 3 holes and then just moved the wood around to give myself a nice oval. I'll just dry fit to make sure that that goes in, and I can see that I've got just a little bit more that I've got to take out, so just slowly I'll move the drill around to take a little bit more wood out. Okay, there's our first practice hole. We're going to do a couple more just to make sure we get it right. Number 2. Now, if you don't have a drill press, you can drill this by hand. Obviously, it's a little bit more difficult. You can use a chisel. But basically, you're making an oval that the bar will sit into. I found that when I go to line this up, the key is to try to be all the way out to the far edge before I start drilling on either side. Okay, well there's my 3 practice, and you can see that my final one, there we go, is good, and I got progressively better. So take your time, go slow. We're going to do our final piece here. Now I'm just going to lay everything out just to know where to make my mark of where to cut the rod. I'm going to cut the end of the rod at about the center line of the hole there. We have everything cut to length. It's just really a matter of following the instructions and screwing the thing together. All right, there you have it. We've shortened the width to make it fit into 12-inch upper cabinet.